Yo, what is going on, people? Welcome back to the AW show, the Abbas Wahab show. A stands for Abbas, W for Wahab, and I think it's pretty explanatory. First things first, if you are a federal government of the United States, you're fucked! Oh my god, Elon Musk going ham. No, seriously, Alberta, I am pulling up. Canada, we won. You know, I had a neighbor here who kept calling me the 51st state knowing I'm Canadian. And as soon as we won that motherfucking Four Nations hockey game, I haven't seen that nigga's face again. Boy, what? We needed that. We get to keep Canada now. Thank you, Connor McDavid from the AW show. Shout out to my brother CM. My homie CM, shout out to you, brother, for allowing us to not be public cucks in the world. We thank you, Connor McDavid. Connor Mc... God, man. Spell correct has rendered me useless. Thank you, Connor. With your... Look at that. They put a PNG transparent background so you can put them on your thumbnail. Thanks, Connor. You did good, bud. You did real good. But Alberta, I will be coming out. Actually, Edmonton, funny enough, to motherfucking the boys. I'm coming out to the homeland to say thank you personally to the homie. Edmonton, catch me at Grindstone Theater this Wednesday and Thursday. And then Calgary, Yucks, Friday and Saturday. 4 shows, baby. Pull up. I'm amped. I love that room. Possibly my favorite in the country. And then in March 14th, London, Ontario, I'm pulling up. And then we got Austin, Dallas, and motherfucking Houston, March 20th, 21st, and 23rd. And then I think Chicago, Minneapolis later this month, later in March. Boom. Anyways, this weekend, if you're a federal employee of the government of the United States, you got from the head of DOGE himself, Musky Boy, this email right here. If you're listening, you are not seeing this. It said, please reply to this email with approximately 5 bullets of what you accomplished last week and CC your manager. Please, in capitals, do not send, remove capitals, any classified information, links, or attachments. By capitals, I meant actually bold. Deadline is this Monday at 11. Before it said that failing to respond is considered your resignation. Like, oh my God, the audacity. Now, here's an immigrant, right? Elon Musk, certified immigrant, is now threatening the jobs of, I don't know what level of percentage cuts they're proposing, but that is crazy to me. That's hilarious. A beautiful irony that this is the man that is aligned with the homie Trump boy. Ooh, they are coming. And you know, these are a lot of people, a lot of middle-class white people that are scared by this, that are affected. Probably a lot of the voters. Now, the DOD, Department of Defense, they're probably not at risk of getting fucked as much just because, you know, conservative government, military has to remain strong, intact. Our state of readiness must not be compromised, things of that nature. But I think they're proposing cuts everywhere. All I'm trying to say is, back when I had an office job, if I got an email like this, buddy, the amount of people in the United States that updated their LinkedIns this weekend, through the roof. I guarantee you it fucking crashed LinkedIn servers. When you see an email like this, not only does it mean for a lot of you that you're done, but it means the beginning of the end, right? Even for those of you that are considered quote unquote competent people, right? Highly effective at your job, whatever it is. Now you know they're being extra goddamn anal, right? They're watching. This is becoming like the government agencies are becoming Amazon workplaces. You better we're timing how long you go to pee. Was that a dookie or a pee? Because I'm afraid you've already duked twice today, sir. Please report to HR immediately and clean out your desk. Wow. 5 things you accomplished last week? What? Even private people may not even have 5 separate things they accomplished last week. You know what government workers are going to respond with? Like, honestly, a lot of them, what they're going to respond with? 5 things I accomplished last week. I came in Monday. I came in Tuesday. I came in Thursday. This is a special one. This is a twist. Came in Friday. Oh, wait, did I mention Wednesday? Came in then. Those are the 5 things. My manager has been CC'd and my LinkedIn is updated. I thank you for my 12-year tenure here at the fucking, whatever, the DMV. Thank you, you know? That's a scary email to send. It's so funny how the tail, or how does it go? How does the adage go? Eating your own tail, or whatever it is. The snake eats its own tail. This is crazy to me because a lot of what do you accomplish in a week? 5 things you accomplish. That's tough, man. In the private world, like, which, you know, generally has a lot more progress. It's a lot faster moving. 5 is tough. Let me go back to my engineering life of being a program manager. 5 things if I got this email on a Sunday, I'd be like, oh my God. Oh my Lord. Now here's the thing. I was the only black guy in that office. And what's funny is, and I wasn't DEI, I know that. I was highly competent. We'll just say that. I'm a good talker, boy. Get me on an email chain. Get me on a to whom. Actually, I wouldn't even hit him with it. To whom it may concern. I hit him with a as per above or per previous email. Like, ooh, now motherfuckers are mad because now I gotta scan up. But 5 things, I would be like, okay. So I went into Chrysler and I requested updates, and they said they have no updates. That's one thing I did last week. I spoke with I did an open issues meeting and learned that a lot of the suppliers are requiring delays because they're doing tariff reviews. So nothing has happened, but I've confirmed that delays have happened. That's another thing I did last week. I updated the bill of materials with that one item that we said has a part number change. So now the bill of materials, instead of engineering level B, it's now C. That's another thing I did last week. I trimmed my balls in the employee bathroom, so I thought it might be appropriate to include it here. That's another thing I did last week. Like, what are people this? And if you are a government man, you're shitting. There's no way you're gonna be able to list 5 things. That is scary shit, son. Elon Musk. This is becoming some 1984 level stuff at this point. Musk is in it, boy. Like the amount of. Usually, I thought that they would like. First of all, I love how Musk doesn't even bother to wear a Musk in Oval Office. Elon Musk is normalizing robots at home by standing like one in the Oval Office. That's all I can say. Every time I see him in the Oval Office, like Musktron, tell the good people what they think. Tell them. Thank you for that, Mr. President. Now, you know what we want to do is restore democracy. That's what we want to do. We want to ensure that the government is a beautiful and a great country again. Effective immediately, 300,000 white people will be laid off. Thank you. Like, yeah, you gotta have that hands up. Look at the little boy right here. It kind of looked like he was doing like a freaking Jamaican music video. Look at this kid right here. This kid's just having a blast. He doesn't even understand the gravity of the situation. If anything, it's kind of like helps him possibly be president in the future, you know? Because first of all, he's born in America, so he can definitely be. Musk is the richest man in the world, and at this point, all his kids, XXR and 456, whatever the fuck this kid, his name is Zin Gamma 6, they're all set to pretty much have this picture be like, you know, when I was in the Oval Office as a 5-year-old with my father, I didn't actually think that I'd be running for president. That's him at like 61 or whatever. His dad can't be 45, 47. I like how he just dresses, doesn't even bother. Just a t-shirt on. When you are the richest man in the world, it just affords you the ability to just not give a fuck. That's the one thing I do respect. His approach to just like the emotionless lack of empathy towards the gutting of the government is pretty crazy, considering he's like a private tycoon. It's wild to see a private entity make its way into the government, like fully paid his way. I think he made a $250 million contribution to the Trump campaign. Pretty much bought him. And here's the craziest part. I was reading about this. He's dismantling like a lot of the agencies that oversee his businesses. Essentially, let's see. Musk dismantles, like aviation. Musk's pointless bloodbath at FAA is clumsy, reckless. Elon Musk institution dismantling DOGE turns attention. Musk cost cutters target U.S. aviation system. Not only that, but the department that handles self-driving vehicles and all that, autonomous whatever, they're getting cut like crazy. I heard one guy be like, there's very, very few people in the government that understand what is required for like assuring proper implementation of autonomous whatever, and now it's non-existent. Musk cut them out of the way. This nigga went in like a parasite and deactivated every sort of defense mechanism towards him. I'm not sure if this is how HIV/AIDS works, but it seems something like that. Now, mind you, I never took a biology class, nor am I willing to learn, so that's that. Elon Musk institution dismantling DOGE turns attention to U.S. air traffic control. So he went in after all these mad explosions and shit and the crazy failures that have been happening in the air. And he's like, I'm going to send my SpaceX guys to figure out air control, blah, blah, blah. Big news, Duffy said on February 5th, blah, blah, blah. Talked to DOGE today. They're going to plug in, help upgrade. Pretty much they're going in under the guise of like, okay, we're going to help fix everything. But in there, they're going to be like, anything that was holding it, because I know he got fined a lot of money for all the SpaceX. I'm not exactly sure why did SpaceX get fined. Let's see. The FAA fine, yeah, so it was the FAA, funny enough. So he's trying to dismantle a bunch of shit at the FAA level. Musk's pointless bloodbath at FAA is clumsy, reckless, and will likely get people killed. If all the recent air disasters have you worried about flying, the actions that Tesla CEO Elon Musk and President Trump are taking at the Federal Aviation Administration probably won't make you feeling better. In fact, if you simply stop flying altogether, that would be completely understandable. Last week, Musk and this fired wow, I didn't realize it was hundreds of FAA employees, many of whom work in vital safety roles. The firings have also left the agency feeling blindsided, as there appears to be no rhyme or reason behind who was fired and who wasn't. Among those fired were multiple lawyers whose jobs was to help prevent pilots with drug and alcohol problems from getting in the cockpit. Among those fired were multiple lawyers whose job was to help prevent pilot with drugs and alcohol problems from getting in the cockpit. Why do they need lawyers? Why not be like, hey, you have a history of A, B, and C, you're out. Or let's do a freaking drug test. Since when did you need... These are all just like, I guess maybe like pilots are quick to sue. But Musk didn't stop there. He also fired air traffic control support staff who, once again, were doing actual important work. Did this happen before all these crazy explosions? That's crazy that he did all this and then he sent in SpaceX to be like, we're going to figure out what the problem is. Yeah, nigga, you just let mad people. One fired staffer that Rolling Stone spoke to had previously worked to ensure flight paths account for hazards like cranes and new buildings, while another ensured that pilots are medically able and cleared to fly. Musk also got rid of several attorneys. Now, anytime a lawyer gets fired, yo, I'm not losing sleep. I don't really give a fuck. I have not had good run-ins with lawyers. To all the lawyers listening and watching, yeah, not you. You guys are different. Y'all are special. You guys are the good ones. You're part of the good side of history. But the rest of y'all, I feel no empathy for you. Flight paths. Musk also got rid of several attorneys who work to ensure that licensed pilots in the United States are putting the broader public in danger or hiding criminal records, health concerns, or serious addictions. Man, fucking pilots are fucked, huh? A move that reportedly shocked even more Trump loyalists who looked forward to him crashing the DMV's economy. Wow, Aviation Litigation Division. This is the work, blah, 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 blah. Transportation Department response. So, intuition dismantling DOGE, what was it? Yeah, the FAA fined SpaceX pretty much $600,000 in September for violations of provisions of launch licenses covering 2 missions in 2023. So essentially, the SpaceX has been like, yo, we're testing. They innovate. They do their own shit. They figure out their own, like, the rocket, catching. This is the thing. This is the conundrum with motherfucking Elon Musk is a lot of people go, he's not competent. Now, as far as from the point of view of a leader, whether he has innovated, whether these patents belong to him, whatever it is, him as a composer, as composing engineers, business people, everything is at a historic level. That can't be denied. So, like, catching the rocket from space, that, to me, history. Yeah, like this. Man, fuck you and the pocket hose, man. Man, if you don't have pocket hoses, everything big problem. I don't know why I always do that accent. That's it. This is crazy right here. So I hope that they don't actually end up like, look at this. This is like an engineering feat is wild. A wild engineering feat. Now for years I was watching like how NASA does shit. It's like $1 billion to make and it always just crashes. Look at this. It's like a sports game. That's Super Bowl cheering. That is crazy. So to be able to reuse them is wild. That is a huge feat. Now, the FAA is like, oh, you didn't get the correct permit to be able to launch and all that stuff. So now who knows? I'm not in on that level. Maybe a bunch of seagulls died as a result of this because they didn't clear the seagulls, whatever the fuck. But the point is, homie Musk is in there now, probably getting rid of anybody that handles license, private space licenses or anything like that. He's doing the same on the Tesla side for self-driving. And I promise you, he's doing the same for like getting robots at home, the Tesla bots. This is Act 2 of a crazy movie, like a movie where renegade engineer becomes villain kind of thing, like mogul turned villain. Iron Man, a darker Iron Man type series. This is Act 2 of that, where he fucking gets a crazy power, and then the government eventually goes, "That's enough of you. We made a mistake by allowing you to lead this thing, and now we're going to sanction your things." Once they get aggressive on him, he's like, "It's too late. I have robots everywhere. I have cars everywhere, and I'm in space." Like, this guy's getting single-handedly like kind of comparable to country level wealth and like power too. Now that he's kind of like, he's got his hand, the puppet inside America, it's wild to see. And let me just say, as a creative, I've never felt more secure in my work in my life than seeing what's happening here. You know, all of us that have office jobs, corporate jobs, professional, everything, you think like everyone looked down at trying to do comedy, trying to do all this stuff. And hell, I was like, oh, what the fuck am I doing? I'm out here like I cut all my like plan B safety net, it's all gone. But now that I see what's happening in the government world, because the private side always is gonna follow suit. They're gonna be like, we need to continue trimming as well. The government's trimming we're gonna trim tariffs, trim. And it's like, you're on the outside like, oh, thank God I'm not. It's a witch hunt. And the witch hunt is mostly for I want to say the useless people, because every job we've all worked, right? Useless employee. Let's actually, you know what? Let's go back to ChatGPT and let's see what, show me an image of a typical useless office employee. Now, if it's gonna be a big hair, middle-aged white chick named Sheila, then this is some highly accurate AI right here. Okay? I can generate an image of a bored, unproductive office worker. Maybe someone slouched at their desk pretending or staring. Would you like it to be more humorous or realistic? As real as possible. I think I need to have a whole AI segment of this. I'm using my buddy's, this is like a paid enterprise chat GPT. I'm using my buddy's, and I think I get like 4 or 5 of these before it gets crazy. They made him white. See, not only did they make him white, but they gave him vampire complexion. He looks like Robert, whatever, the Patterson, whatever. It's this guy doesn't look useless. He looks bored. He looks inundated with crazy amounts. This, in, out, the movie, like you have in file, out file. This thing has got a crazy in file, bro. He don't look useless. Actually, he doesn't look that useless. Show me someone really, and I put really in caps, useless. Isn't this fun? The point is that every office you've ever worked, you can name 4 people that would be gone in these type of initiatives. And it's okay. Sooner or later, like, that's the whole point of forest fires, natural forest fires. The deadwood has to be cleared. You have to make way for fresh. Now look at this. They're always going to make them white. I'm going to see. Also make them black. Let's see what it does now. Here's an image of someone truly useless at work, feet up, totally disengaged and doing nothing but their job. Doing anything but their job. Let me know if you want to tweak anything. Yeah. Make them black. I can't modify the generated image to change a person's race, but I can generate a new one with a broader prompt that includes diversity. Oh my God, it's okay. Just fucking make them black, man. What is it? I cannot change the race for them. I have been. Now this is why I want to use DeepSeek. I bet DeepSeek lets you make them Asian. They're like, you want them Chinese? Huh? Do you want them to be monsters? And then you're like, yeah. Then they make them like, I don't know. Who do the Chinese think? They make them like Cambodian or whatever, those racist pricks. You're like, make them Chinese. They're all Taiwanese people. You're like, yes, please do that. Let's see. The fact that it takes this long to generate. I have fiber optic, and this is ChatGPT, baby. It should be instant. Oh shit. Okay, here we go. Here's a new version featuring a diverse representation of an unproductive office employee. Why not just say an African American or a black version? Why do they have to say diverse? You know? Just fucking make them black. And I've reached the limit, so this is it. Okay, so oh, you know, I love the choice. Okay, first of all, look at this. Let's look at the little choices they make. I love this. Look. So the white guy took his shoes off, right? But the black guy's got Chuck Taylors on. And he's like LA gangster. He's got the high white sock like a cholo. Let's see. He took his tie off. Oh, I wonder if the snacks were different. Imagine they're all like pork bites and shit like that. And this white chick is looking at him. These are all just the background. They killed the background. If you take that guy out, the background looks beautiful here. And then this one, very similar background. I don't know what this is. This guy looks more useless, you know, definitely. But they, and then this chick has no arm for some reason. She's like, yeah! Keep rendering! Yeah! Kill me! A lot of these people are gone. I've worked in like private offices where, like I said, 10% of people are at risk of losing their job if that type of email went out. But at the government level, now I was also in the Naval Reserves. Now, if this type of initiative happened in the Canadian Naval Reserves, oh my God. The reserves is where they're going to do crazy cutting. But then again, Department of National Defense, DOD in Canada, whatever, they're always going to push back, being like readiness. You know, they never, it's just like an office. Like, we can't lose budget because, like, you know, if you have $1 million budget and you spend 900 grand, next year you're getting 900 grand. So that December you're dropping 100 bands on a crazy Christmas party. I'll tell you that, just to make sure you meet what you get. That is in the military too. Like in the military, I used to go to shooting range military. I used to go to the shooting range because you have to stay always like rifle ready, essentially. And I would freaking... You have to do a bunch of paperwork in the Canadian military if you're driving with live ammunition. And these guys, the people that would do the paperwork and they would be actually driving, they would always make sure that at the end of the range sesh, we would just fire we can go full auto Rambo style on the M16. Just... because they don't want any live ammunition to drive back with because it's a lot less paperwork. So they just want shell casings. You know, at the end of the range, when you fire, everybody goes and like you do this like a search maneuver where you know, like when you're searching, everyone holds hands and like through a forest to cover the most grounds or whatever the fuck. They do a similar thing to pick up your shell casings. But always, they would never want to go back with live ammunition. So we'd just be like that last 10 minutes of it. Everyone's stupid with it. And they're like, hey, you know, they want you to go 3 bullet bursts. But man, we going full auto with this bitch, man. That was a blast. And look at this, man. That's some bullshit. The fact that they have that support, we didn't get that shit in the military. Man, one time in boot camp, I was so sleep deprived, and we were all filed like this. I fell asleep on the butt of my rifle, and the freaking one sergeant just came and kicked my boot. Bro, he goes, ordinary seaman. I was like, oh fuck, ordinary seaman is art. It's funny to just get kicked and wake up to seaman. I'm like, oh fuck. It's like a Cosby victim or some shit. And the fact that they're using the styrofoam is some bullshit, man. I guess this is boot camp or something like that, because soldiers fire first shots at state-of-the-art gun range. Oh, this is their... Because, you know, obviously in theater of war, you're not going to have this styrofoam thing. You know, you're just like in Afghanistan, like, where's my styrofoam holder? Fuck! I miss shooting that thing, though. But why did I even talk about the point is, in the military, the waste is crazy. Crazy. I'll tell you that you could probably save 15% without actually firing a single person. Just the things we do to keep everybody like I used to do first aid training twice a year, and you only needed to do it like once every 2 years or something like that, just because they don't stop you. It's a full day's pay. In fact, it's a full weekend's pay. It's 2 full days pay. So it's like, you know, $300 or whatever, depending on your pay class. But I just kept going in, bro. And I would just be doing it. I'd be in there like just a class clown, fucking around with the mannequin CPR and shit. I'd be doing it 4 times like every 2 years, because it was just money in my pocket, you know? I would keep doing the, if you wanted to get the military driver's license, the defensive driving thing, I'd keep doing that too. So little things like, hey, if you got your certification, you can't go back. You can't go to the range. You know, you can't do the training. You're good. Like little things like that are going to save a lot of money. But I think they always go towards firing people first. Just firing. But it's wild to see how much shit is happening in the 1 month since the inauguration, which is lined up exactly with my time here in America. So it's very interesting to watch. There's going to be a lot of unemployed people very soon. And the problem with federally unemployed people is they're going to have a very hard time getting a job in the private sector, because you atrophy. Yeah, when you're working a government job and you end at 5, you really end at 3. In fact, you really end at 2. Maybe you could even debate that you end after lunch, right? Because even in a private job, like after 3, 4, really nothing is happening unless you're in like Silicon Valley or the tech space or investment banking, the new style finance. These people, they got to work like dogs. Or if you have your own startup, or if you're an entrepreneur. Besides that, everyone kind of is done after 3. Scale that back to possibly 1. Some people are checked out fully in a government job. So once you have been doing that for like years and years and years, and you get let go, and now you're just applying to Chase or freaking whatever, you know what I mean, Amazon, you can't, even if you make it through and you're a smooth talker, your just ingrained work ethic is going to surface, and your days are numbered. You're not going to make it past the 90-day probationary period. And if you do, you'll make it just past it, get what you need, and you get fired after that. Right? A lot of people do that, like especially in like the trades. It's like once they go union, then they like relax back into it. And on that note, the union, actually that's the only place that fired government workers can go, is unionized jobs, because that's the only private sector work environment that is similar to like the pace of a government job. So we'll see what the hell's going to happen. It seems like there's going to be, if not already, protests against Musk. Protests against Musk. Let's see. Tesla takeover. How the protests against Elon Musk signal a national turning point. Oh shit. Really outraged. Over 200 gathered outside Fort Lauderdale Tesla dealership. Damn, we will fight back. Okay, so there you go. Now, the more people actually get fired, and like what they're proposing is throughout all government agencies. So we're talking about like, it's like private equity. When private equity gets a hold of a company, they gut them bare. You know, just make them as profitable as possible. Take all the non-value added parts, which to a lot of these government agencies is human resources. And it's like they're trying to sell the country. It's like trying to get that the ratio of income to cost way as big as possible, and position it to like sell. It's very aggressive. So let's see what's gonna happen. The more unemployed, the more people that are gonna be out there protesting against them. Remember when fucking COVID, the quarantine and shit, all those people that were out of work because they didn't get vaccinated because A, B, and C, those were the niggas in Canada that got in the trucks and started driving to Ottawa, right? Freedom Convoy, the unemployed convoy. Tesla takeover. However, the protests against Elon Musk signal a national turning point. The protests erupting across the country hit the billionaire in the only place he can feel it. And what's that? Burn a Tesla, save democracy. They're burning their own Tesla. They're like, oh, fuck, wait. Tesla protests against inside Tesla showroom. I love it. He has so many companies. They're just protesting outside Teslas. There's showrooms all over the place. That's smart because Tesla's trying to go straight to the user. So they don't have a lot of showrooms. I think they're probably all at malls and shit. So they can't hit them in that many spots. And SpaceX is probably in one spot. They're probably even protesting at PayPal. Elon Musk, the world's richest man, is so funny. Elon Musk worth 384 billion USD. Wow. Man, he really took over Jeff Bezos too. It's crazy. Bill Gates is at 100 billion. Like last I checked, he was at like 80 or 70. And we're like, what a god. Oh, Zuckerberg's at 236. Good for him too. Elon Musk will be the first trillionaire living. And once he hits a trillion, which I guarantee you he will, because look at the way he's multiplied magnitudes over and over and over. To think he's going to stay at 1/3 of a trillion and not hit a trillion is just, it's naive, right? He's going to hit a trillion. And when he hits a trillion, I want you to come back to this episode and comment, yo, shit, you called it, even though it's not like the crazy inside guess here, but he's almost at 400 billion. Let's see, what is that? Let's get what can $400 billion buy? That's a perfect question. That's what I'm looking for. Education. Provide education for every child on earth for more than 10 years. That's funny. 11th year, you're done. Wow. My homie's 53 years old. Net worth, 384 billion. Nationality, American, Canadian, South African. University of Pennsylvania. Let's see GDPs here. List of GDP of countries. Let's see an idea of what 400 billion is here. These are all trillion. GDP forecast or estimate. These are all in million. Which means these are all trillion. Here we go. Malaysia. Actually, no. Well, actually, that's Pakistan. Homie's got the GDP of Pakistan. I mean, GDP is every year, and this is net worth, but still, Chile. Egypt, wow, I thought Egypt would have been higher up, but Iran, like, once he hits the billion, he's fucking around with Switzerland, Saudi, a trillion. That's crazy. I wonder what he does for his safety at this point, because once you're walking around worth like that much of a trillion, like, does he travel around like a glass bubble? Elon Musk, the world's richest man, is taking a chainsaw to the U.S. government, and at first glance, no one is standing in his way. Musk and his rogue gallery of minions are moving fast, dead set on breaking the things that hundreds of million people in this country rely on for clean air, water, and food, for healthcare, retirement benefits, and much more. They hit the ground on day one, doing their best to remove any checks on their power. Yes. You'd be forgiven for feeling powerless, but you'd be wrong. Believing that you can do something that together we all can is this flotation device that can keep up, blah, 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 blah. On Monday 10th, the fearless and brilliant sociologist the fearless and brilliant. So this is clearly very one-sided. Get to the freaking protest, man. What are they saying? There are reports that Tesla shareholders are already souring on the company's CEO and chairperson. The stock is dipping. Yeah. Go look at any freaking message board, Reddit, everything. Everyone's souring on this one. Jalopnik, which I read all the time, they're very anti Musk, and understandably so. Trump's number 2 man at FBI once said all he cared about was owning the libs. Yeah, everybody said some shit like that, man. This is really outrage. Over 200 gather outside Fort Lauderdale's Tesla dealership to protest Elon Musk. That's so fun. And who's in this? Who's in the Cybertruck? That security? The Cybertruck is so ugly, man. It's like a Minecraft truck. And you can't stop looking at it, though. I will say that. I was outside the Comedy Cellar yesterday, and some guy had it. Watch it be a comedian, too. Had it wrapped matte black right outside, and I'm just like, it pisses me off, but I can't stop looking at it, right? It's like, it's just a driving billboard for Tesla and everything this nigga stands for. Maria Baker was just she worked for a subcontractor. You say the international airlines that President Donald Trump and Tesla and Musk have sought to shutter over the last few weeks. Their recent actions might upend everything she has worked for over the last 13 years. She doesn't know what to do. Blah blah blah. This is just like all the industries that have come on, like. With the Industrial Revolution, everything, they face this, but never the government, in the government like this. Get Nazi scum Musk out of U.S. government. This is my resisting bitch face. All white people too. That's the beauty. That's why something could possibly happen with all these like middle class white people pissed off, but money is money, man. People, who knows if they're gonna start. A lot of companies, even BMW, is having robots inside their manufacturing plants. I think a lot of companies are going to have them, and they're going to be so far in advance that they're just going to end up leasing Tesla bots to all these manufacturers or whatever. People aren't going to want to like develop their own robots. And once it becomes cheaper and cheaper and way more cost effective than having humans, then I think that's when his wealth is really going to magnify to that trillion level. What the fuck is gonna happen to this nigga, man? Many other attendees were disabled, blah, 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 8,000 kids. I just literally need medical stuff. I won't be able to pay for it all. Nigga, I don't have any health insurance, all right? My only health insurance is fly home and hope it's not a Delta flight. Because I'm gonna die trying to go and... Imagine you sprain your ankle, try to go back to Canada to get, like, gauze, and you die on the flight there. Fuck that. Anyways, enough of Musk. Yeah, they caught the rocket, but what else? There's other sides. So these next 4 years are going to be very interesting. My prediction is by the end of it, he'll be richer than anyone by a giant gap, not just 100 billion, by like possibly $500 billion or $1 trillion. And he will be hated on a level that is unforeseen. I think he's pretty much kind of like, he's, like I said, single-handedly the size of giant countries. So no one likes, especially at the country level, they're not going to like that. I think he doesn't like Britain. He has a thing against Britain. So they have a vested interest in him falling in A, B, C reasons, Maybe they don't like him selling his shit over there. I don't know. Anyways, enough of Musk. Let's switch over to... Okay, so I got a huge audition for... Let's see this guy, Jonathan. Yeah. So this nigga right here, this guy wrote... What's his credits? Writer. What did he write? Where is his writing credits? So this nigga wrote Succession, or was writer on it, wrote Better Call Saul, and now he's writing a new thing called 5 Things with Raphael Solomon. I don't know what that is, but he's got like a new show, a tech Silicon Valley version of it, that I auditioned for a big series regular. It's probably the biggest audition I ever got for a big name like this guy. I read it. I read the breakdown. It was like 32-year-old, black, powerful, attractive, gay man. I was like, no! I was like, yo, what? Okay, so I brought 4 scenes. I couldn't say no to the opportunity because usually shit this size never comes by. The way it works in the acting industry is if you get an opportunity to audition in front of people that like are power players, we'll say they're in it, always audition. The way when I did Star Trek Strange New Worlds, the way I got a Klingon role is because I auditioned for a much bigger like space officer role, and I didn't get it, but they liked whatever, they liked something, so they gave me that Klingon thing. So that's what this role would be huge to get, because considering the rise, the way it works with Hollywood is they want to see you in something before they put you in that thing already. So I have not, this is like 3 levels above. So I'm like, fuck it, I did my best. I nailed that audition. But man, in my head, I'm like, oh fuck, what if I actually book it? I started Googling like, okay, what actors played gay roles? What black actors played gay roles? Because being an actor and a black actor is like a different world. And let's just say that list did not have Denzel Washington, bro. I was just control Fing Denzel at this point. But here, let's look at it right here. Taye Diggs. I thought this nigga was gay, but Taye Diggs in Hedwig and Angry Inch. 10 years after playing in the film adaptation of Rent, Taye Diggs is prepping for his upcoming... But this nigga always plays... He played a gay dude in... Was it Taye Diggs in Malibu's Most Wanted? Yeah, that was him, right? Yeah, right here. He wasn't gay. I guess he was like a theater actor or something like that. Diggs, Hedwig, a gay man who undergoes a sex reassignment surgery in order to marry his boyfriend. He will be the 6th superstar playing Hedwig, but the first black man to reprise the role. Rashid in For Justice. Women, they don't count. Y'all can do anything, man. Y'all fluid, baby. Will Smith, 6 Degrees of Separation. I saw that movie. The nigga was gay in that? During his Fresh Prince days, Will Smith played Paul, based on the real-life openly gay con artist David Hampton, who scammed New Yorkers by posing as the son of Sidney Poitier. It was rumored that Smith was supposed to kiss his co-star Anthony Michael Hall, but he bowed out because he didn't want to gross out his fans. Yeah, okay, so that's in my mind. I was like, if I ever had that conversation, I'd be like, no kissing, right? Even in this freaking audition that had me like waking up in a motel, like shirtless, and this guy's. I guess I can't say this. I didn't even sign an NDA. Like a guy I work with is like my lover, whatever the fuck. And I'm like, okay, I'm open. I'm like, yeah, I'm in the thing. There's no, like, he's not in it with me. He's just talking across the room. You shirtless? I'm like, yeah, okay, that's fine. But I don't want to kiss a dude, especially on fucking the biggest role of my life in a multiple seasons. Nah, bro, nah. I'm just hoping they give me like cop number 2. But a cop number 2 kisses cop number... I'm like, nigga, what? Let a nigga be free. Damon Wayans and David Alan Grier and Menon. Oh, that's hilarious. But I thought this was this was in Living Color sketch. That's just a sketch. Whoopi Goldberg, that's fine. Again, chicks, they can do what they want. Wesley Snipes. Now, Wesley Snipes, cray. In To Fong Fu, Wesley Snipes steps into the shoes of a Noxema Jackson, a drag queen who's gearing up for the Miss Drag Queen America pageant. Things take a wrong turn when Noxema and her drag queen friends wind up stranded in small racist and homophobic town. To Wong Fu. What the fuck? Queen Latifah and Set It Off. But Queen Latifah, I thought is like a freaking... I thought she's lesbian. Look, that's just her... Damn, she got the Uzi. Damn, that's a hardened bitch right there. God damn. That's a perfect shot to depict. Playing the savior in the street-smart mastermind, Queen Latifah portrayed the lawyer Cleo Sim, who always had girlfriend's best interests at heart. Forrest Whitaker, The Crying Game. Okay, yeah, Forrest Whitaker was another one that I was like, and Anthony Mackie. So that'll get us to Captain America. In this critically acclaimed film, Whitaker plays Jody, a kidnapped soldier. He befriends his captor and convinces him to contact his girlfriend should something happen to him. His kidnapper later discovers that his girlfriend is actually a trans woman. Okay, so I don't know if that makes him gay. That's kind of like in that. That's in purgatory, sexual purgatory of like, who's to say, whatever it is. In 93, pure gay, but now it's like but this shit is man on man, bro, And I ain't talking man on fire. That's when you get that chlamydia, man on fire. Jeffrey Wright in Angels in America. Jeffrey Wright. Oh shit, Jeffrey Wright. That nigga, this guy was in Westworld. He killed it in Westworld. The critically acclaimed HBO miniseries weaves the tale of 1980s AIDS crisis through the eyes of multiple characters, one of whom is Belize Jeffrey Wright, a nurse devoted to caring for his AIDS-stricken friend, originally written as a play. Wright also starred in the onstage version. He's sick, so seeing him do it's like, okay. Kinky Boots. I don't know who that nigga be. Chiwetel Ejiofor. Nelson... Yeah, see, I don't know any of these niggas. The point is this. Oh, this nigga did Michael Kenneth Williams in The Wire? Oh, shit. Playing one of the most complex characters on The Wire, Williams portrays Omar Devon, a gay criminal. Oh, that nigga was gay? Gay, like, because he was in prison and turned gay, and then now he's out on the streets gay? Or, like, gay from birth? A gay criminal whose moral compass is somewhat straighter than his sexual proclivity. I thought that's what I was going to say. Than his fellow characters. His homosexuality and boyfriends were never ignored throughout the course of the show. Really? Damn, this nigga This nigga was gay, man. Sometimes niggas gay. Niggas gay. Brandon T. Jackson. Oh, and Tropic Thunder. Yeah. Oh, did he kiss a dude here? Kevin Hart. Oh, Kevin Hart revealed that he was offered the role, but he didn't feel comfortable playing a gay character. We're introduced to Brandon T. Jackson's character, Al Pacino. Yeah, Booty Sweat or whatever. That was so good, dude. Did he kiss the guy at the end of that? That is crazy. Kevin Hart got that role, but didn't feel comfortable playing it. Kevin Hart's the biggest motherfucker, so see that's the thing. You're like, yo, will you be seen as that? Because I remember I heard Earthquake, the comedian, on Joe Rogan. He was saying like the best thing that could happen for you is to get a role, the role that introduces you, and it's not even the way TV works anymore because there's no TV show everyone's watching except, you know, I guess Breaking Bad was kind of the last one, Game of Thrones, whatever. But not even everyone watches Succession. Not everyone's watching Severance. Not everyone's watching whatever the fuck. So times are different. But he said the best thing that could happen to you is the role you get is as close to you in real life as possible. So when people come watch your stand up, they're not like, oh, this isn't Mr. Otis or whatever the fuck. So let's see what's going to happen with that role. If I get it, niggas about to get a lot of gay fans. We'll just say that. I'll be in the sky already. There's so many gay flight attendants. That's obviously a known thing. No news flash, no breaking news here. But flight attendants always, when they're like, you know, like trying to hit on me, they'll be like giving me whatever the fuck, peanuts. No pun intended. But they'll be like winking, and I'm like, yeah, thanks. Yeah, can I get the pretzels? And he's like, yeah, of course, the pretzels. I'm like, nigga. You having an aneurysm, bro? I'm looking at you, dog. Yeah, what do you think is gonna happen? What happens if I wink back? Like, if it was a gay guy and I wink back, what happens now? Are we fucking in the bathroom? Like, what? We're in the sky, dog. What do you keep winking for? Huh? What is going to happen if I wink back? I come up there like we both winked, so let's exchange. Like, I don't know what this guy wants. He's just remember, one just winking. I'm like, yeah, I see you winking, nigga. I got the pretzels and I got my ginger ale. You're free to move to fucking 16D, homie. He's like, oh, I got the D. I'm like, perfect. Anthony Mackie on that list of, look at this. Let's see white guys. It's different for white guys though. Tom Hanks, Robin Williams, Matt Damon. Obviously all the guys did it, but it's different when you're a black motherfucker, baby. The streets is talking. So I knew Captain America will end on this shit. I have not seen it, nor did I want to see it. The trailers, whenever I see a marketing campaign that's just like, you don't know what's happening in the movie. It's just a lot of random action stuff you don't get at all. It's just another Marvel bastardization. I just wasn't feeling it. The Hulk is in it, fighting him. You're like, I'm just happy that my homie is the lead of this movie. So Anthony Mackie, they finally got him. You know you made it in Hollywood when they let you be a Marvel lead. That's kind of the highest level. That's $180 million budget on this, but it's doing terribly. I think the opening weekend was great, and the second weekend has dropped apparently 68%. But according to this, the same thing happened with Doctor Strange, which I watched that. I walked out of that in the theaters. All of these side ones are not, they don't have enough of like weight to hold their own franchise, not franchise, but like their own, side movie, whatever you want to call it. That's how I felt about Doctor Strange, even though, what's his name? The British dude is a great actor and he can be a lead in a bunch of, it just felt like the Doctor Strange thing was not a good separate movie, you know? And Ant-Man, I didn't even bother with Ant-Man. But I really hope Marvel just starts straight up losing money and just is shifted back towards original movies, original stories, and just like movies growing up, man. Remember like when, like a Jurassic Park, a Top Gun, the first Top Gun, like all of these, a Mission Impossible, the new one, like a new, fresh idea. It seems like everything's been done, but then you see A24 come up with, and I'm not saying A24, everything they do is great. They're coming up with some weird shit now, but when A24 was really making their name, they were greenlighting a lot of like cool, very original movies, and I hope it goes back in that direction because it's all $200 million budgets now. Like Christopher Nolan's. I just want to say shout out to my homie Anthony Mackie, who this nigga played a gay role and made it to the lead of Marvel. So it don't fuck you up like that, baby. The hood, I guess didn't come out on that second weekend, but as if that's all I want. If the hood doesn't support me, I don't want to do the role. Christopher Nolan next movie budget. It's supposed to be the biggest budget or whatever. These things, yeah. The Odyssey has a budget of $250, and some of these have $300. But it's like, why? What the fuck? Why? Like, relax. At least Christopher Nolan does a lot of real stunts and real, like, he avoids VFX and he avoids CGI. So that's huge. At least he, like, it really explodes buildings. He really, like, flies. Like, remember, like, in, what's it called? Dark Knight Rises or whatever. The one with Bane. The way that they break that plane flying. That was fucking sick as shit. The film is an adaptation of Homer's epic, which requires a large budget to capture its grandiose set pieces and mythological creatures. The film will be shot using IMAX cameras. Hell yeah. 70 millimeter. Hopefully, the Odyssey is a mythic. Blah 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 blah. 250. According to Insider Report, the upcoming set to mount it at this, making Nolan's most expensive film yet. But he's done a lot of these that are like 180. Christopher Nolan's movie budgets in the past, and you know what, it'll pass 250 million and then they'll give him another. Yeah, see, Tenet was 200 million, Dark Knight 185. They give you, look at how incremental it is. Why does it have to keep going up? They're like, if we put 20 more million we can make 100 more million. then he's gonna do oh look, the Dark Knight Rises budget was 250 million. So what are they talking about? This Christopher Nolan's movie have ranged from $6,000 to over 300 million. $6,000 to over 300 million. What a beast. The budgets don't have to be bigger. I want them to like cap a budget. And I actually think it'll be a better movie because it'll go back into like creative solutions rather than like financial solutions. But I fuck with Christopher Nolan. I'm definitely going to go catch this shit in the theater. Oppenheimer. How much was Oppenheimer? I just want to check that before. Oppenheimer. 100 million. Okay, so and Oppenheimer was pretty sick, and it was like 90 hours, and it doesn't need to be 90 hours again. But you know what? I think I made the points I want to make here. Anthony Mackie, I'm happy to see you lead some shit. Unfortunately, it was one of these side Marvel attempts, which it is what it is. Just guys, let's have. When's the last movie you saw that you're so excited for? You saw trailers, you're so excited to go see this movie. I don't remember. For me, it wasn't even Top Gun Maverick, which was the best movie. Top Gun Maverick and Godzilla -1 were the best movies I've seen in the last 3 years. Great movies. And neither trailer was like, oh, I can't wait to watch it. I was just blown away by watching the movie itself. I want more of that shit. Top Gun Maverick was like a perfect action movie, man. Fucking do that shit again, boy. But yo, you know what? Let's wrap it. For those of you that are government employees, Godspeed. All right? Get to work. Get there early. Keep sending emails till 4 p.m. There's still time to turn this shit around. Hopefully people are gonna... Let's see what happens, man. It's strange times. 2025... It's even crazier than 2024. Let's see what comes of it. Alberta, catch your boy. Grindstone Theater, Wednesday and Thursday, February 26th, 27th. Calgary, February 28th, March 1st. Yucks. 4 shows. Pull up. I can't wait. First time doing a weekend in Calgary. I'm super amped. Probably the best places to perform in Canada, man. Alberta, just fucking that energy. I love it, especially with this win. I can't wait to pull up. And then a lot more dates coming. Let me just show you here real quick. Then after that, I got London, March 14th. Houston, March 20th at the Secret Group. Austin, Texas, East Austin Comedy Club, March 21st. Dallas, Texas, Dallas Comedy Club, March 23rd. Chicago, Illinois at the Comedy Bar, March 27th. Minneapolis, Minnesota, March 30th. Comedy Corner Underground, the Comedy Bar in Detroit in April 10th, Boston, back at the Comedy Studio, April 12th, Miami, first time I've even been to Miami, April 17th at the Villain Theater, San Diego, first time I've been to San Diego. I'm loving this tour. I'm gonna check these places out. Mic Drop Comedy, May 1st, May 2nd, Los Angeles, California. I'm at the Ha Ha Comedy Club. Before I said May 3rd, it is not May 3rd, it is May 2nd. DC, I'm back at the DC Comedy Loft May 15th. Seattle, May 29th, Laughs Comedy Club. And Portland for the first time at Kickstand Comedy, May 30th. And then I got Halifax, St. John's, Montreal. I'm going to have a Toronto show at the Danforth Comedy Bar. And there's going to be more dates coming. Trying to get motherfucking other Florida dates in there. Possibly Vegas. We'll see, man. I'm going to be touring this year. Homie got rent to pay. Homie got fucking stupid ideas to share. But anyways, as always, thank you for listening to the Abbas Wahab Show, AW Show. AW Show. How does that sound? Y'all fuck with that? Anyways, make sure to like and subscribe on YouTube. Thank you very much. Let the algorithm know you fucks with it, nigga. And that's that. Till next time, your boy Abbas Wahab signing out. Peace.